Hey everybody, it's Ramona. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about this Tens machine that I purchased probably about 2 months ago now. It's from the company Easy at Home, and I did buy it on Amazon, and it was and still is $39.98 Canadian, probably a few dollars cheaper than that in the US. And I bought it because for the last year or so, well, no, probably about 2 to 3 years, because I have had my knee injected in Texas. But this last year, my knee has been getting progressively worse. There's like we live in a 3-level home now, has lots of stairs, and it's just really killing my knees, my right knee especially. So, because the medical care here is just a whole other story that I'm not going to get into. Not happy about it. So you don't get to see a specialist of any, like an orthopedic surgeon or a dermatologist or a gynecologist. You have to go through your primary care physician. And I asked her to send me to an ortho guy to inject my knee. It's worked in the past. That's all I need. Well, no, she wasn't really impressed about that. She wasn't going to do that. Well, let's try some other, and this was before I went to Quebec, and I knew I was going to be on my feet in Quebec. And so I wanted to get this taken care of before that. And this was 2 weeks before. And she didn't want to do it. She wanted me to do physio first and other things, and I was left like all funky. So anyway, I went to 2 sessions of physiotherapy, which completely destroyed my knee worse than what it was. Like, I don't say excruciating, but a lot more discomfort and pain than I had before I went to physio. So I said, I'm not doing that anymore. So then I thought, well, let me try acupuncture. Acupuncture here is covered by insurance companies, surprisingly. And so I had 3 or 4 treatments with acupuncture, and I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. But anyway, I'm dragging on the story. So on my first visit to the acupuncturist, she asked a lot of questions related to like Chinese medicine and, what color's your poop and whatever. And anyway, she gave me a whole list of things that I could also be doing, one of which was a Tens machine and a heating pad, both of which I came home and ordered immediately. But today we're talking about this Tens machine. Okay, so I'm using it for my knee. I'm also using it for my foot because I've had foot pain for years and years and years, just attributed to arthritis, being a nurse on my feet for so many years, overweight, all of that put together. So she did order an x-ray for my foot. This was back probably close to a year ago, which showed significant osteoarthritis in that foot. So, okay, that explains the pain. And at that time, she also she did a year ago, because we were talking about my foot then, my knee wasn't as bad as it is now at that time. So she put a consult in for an ortho surgeon consult last May. Yes, a year ago. And I've yet to get a phone call. And then when she got the results back in November of my foot arthritis, she sent me to an arthritis specialist, which was easy to get into, who ordered a CT scan of my foot back in November, and I'm still waiting for that. So I'm waiting for an ortho consult, and I'm waiting for a CT scan, and who knows how long I'm going to wait. But I'll be back in the US before I ever get that, I'm sure. Okay. So anyway, I bought this Tens. It's like, yeah, I'll try it. I'll try anything. So I'll tell you what's in the package. And I did when I did get it, I did a brief I got this kind of thing. I played with it online on, my video, but now I've had it now for 2 months. I use it twice a day if I'm not working. If I use it in the morning when I got my coffee, listen to the news, and then again in the evening, or sometimes just once a day in the evening. But I do use it faithfully every day. When I went to my mother's house for Easter, my Tens unit came with me. I love this thing so much. Now, is it just the Tens that's making my knee better? Probably not. It's a combination of all of the things. But anywho, so in the package, you obviously will get an instruction booklet. You get the machine itself, very, very small. You get 2 sets of cables, and I will talk about the cables, why you have 2 sets in just a second. And it's a USB, it charges by USB, so it gives you a cable and I think the block came with it too, actually, the cable and the block. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Okay, now, so I've used this, as I said, for 2 months. So, get that out of the way. So I'll just give you a little once over of the machine first. So as I said, it is very small. On top is the charging port. I'm not sure what those 2 holes are. I've never had to use them yet, but what are those for? I don't know. And the on-off switch. Down below here, you have M and T. M is for the mode. We'll talk about the modes in a second. Over here, T is for the time. It starts at 20 minutes, and every time you hit the T, it increases by 10 minutes. And I usually do mine for 30 minutes at a time. And then you have plus and minus buttons, and this is for the intensity. On the bottom, you have 2 ports where the cables plug into, A and B, which you correspond when we go back to the display. You'll see what A and B are for. But so A and B. So this is where this other cable comes in. So if you want to do 2, I'll just say applications for lack of a better word, or sessions, haha. You can do, so one person can be on one and the other person on the other. You can do 2 at a time, like I sometimes do my foot, my knee and my foot together. And what's nice about this, now that we'll turn it on, is if you do use the second port, the second port is completely individual from the first one. So A might be doing number 1 there at intensity 4, and B cable might be doing number 13 at an intensity 10. So they're completely independent. So 2 different people, 2 different sites, 2 different strengths, whatever you want to do. Now, so I just want to talk about a little bit about Tens just for a second. I just pulled some stuff off the product description from Amazon. Tens, if you don't know, is transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulator. Tens sends electrical pulses across the surface of the skin to the nerve endings of the sore areas, providing fast and therapeutic pain relief. Now, what's nice about this machine, it's a combination Tens and EMS, a 2-in-1 unit. EMS is electronic muscle stimulator. Makes continuous and gentle stimulation to help with muscle toning and firmness, endurance improvement, and lower recovery time between workouts. Now, this is talking about, I can't, well, I wouldn't use this for toning. It's not going to tone my big bum or anything, but maybe this description is about a larger full body situation. I'm not sure, but for this situation, I don't think it really, well, it does a little bit, and I'll show you why. Anyway, okay. So as I said, it's a 2-in-1. It's for those suffering from muscle, chronic nerve pain, and even some acute pain. For those who travel, are sedentary for long periods of time, or need to enhance their blood circulation, this unit helps with local blood circulation in the muscles of the lower extremities. As I said, it does have 16 modes between the Tens and the EMS, such as massage, kneading, acupuncture, and other things. Good for back pain, knee pain, and I use it for my foot as well. 2 independent channels, and I think that's all. So let's see. What else can I tell you before we put it on and get going? I will say this. So when I put these on, they're starting to lose their stickiness a little bit. And it does come with 4 patches, 2 sets. And you can see it's not really shiny. It is losing its stickiness. And so what I did was I went back to Amazon and I ordered more. And I think this is a package of 10. Well, after I did that, I should have done it before. I Googled, can you clean these things? And oh, yes, you can. So don't bother buying extra of these. You have 4 that comes with it. And what I do is I take a little drop of Scentsy dish soap on my finger and just give it a little scrub, tap it off and just kind of let it air dry, and the stickiness will come back. So there's that. So as I just said, I have not cleaned these in probably 2 weeks, so they are losing a little bit of their stickiness. And as far as the charge goes, I've had this for 2 months. I charged, and I do, like I said, 30-minute sessions at least once a day, sometimes twice. And I still have a full charge there. I've had to charge it once in 2 months. So it's really, really maintains a charge very, very well. So what you do is, and when you put your patches on, it says in the guide here, they want them to be at least 3/4 of an inch apart. And usually, as I said, I do my knee and my foot. So it's on. And you don't want to start the TENS unit until both of your patches are on and your leads are nice and tightly adhered to, and then you can start. So it is on. Then the next step is to pick a, why won't this brighten up? Maybe if I did this. Oh, there we go. Then you want to pick a mode. And basically, what I did for the first, week or so, I just kind of went through every one of them, see which one I like. I like number 8. It's kind of like a elbow in the gut, kind of thing. This one over here, number 9, is like acupuncture needle ease. So you just kind of have to play with it and see which one you like. So, and it's down to 16 minutes. So let me turn it off and turn it on again. Okay. So we're going to hit this M button here on the dial, and that'll take us down to mode. I'll just go right here to number 4. I'm going to hit T for time, because say I want to do it for 30 minutes. It's very relaxing. I'm going to make a pot of coffee here, or a cup of coffee here in a second. And then the plus and minus is for intensity. And so you can see A and B. Okay, so I can go like that. Now, then if I wanted to put the other one on my foot, I would tap this center silver button right there, and that would change it to mode B. See, now the B is flashing. I don't have anything plugged into the B, so I'm going to go back to the A. There we go. Oh, sorry, one too many pushes. There we go. And whoa, okay, so now can you see this? That's the EMS working. I'm not doing that. That's the muscle stimulator. Whoa, that's really weird. I've never had it on my hand before. And I really can't put my finger down. I mean, I can, but ooh, weird. And this happened the other night when I was doing my foot. My toes were whoa, I did not do that. That's the muscle stimulator. That's cool. So I was doing that to my toes as well. It kind of freaked me out at first. But anyhow, ooh, okay. So, that's how that is. So as I said, I usually for 20, 30 minutes, and then I follow it with, okay, enough. Whoo, okay. Then I'm going to leave, I need to, actually, I'm going to clean these, and then I'll do it again after dinner. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so then after I TENS, I take the machine off, and then I put Voltaren on. I guess it's my channel. I can say a brand name, right? I don't know. Then I put Voltaren on my knee or my foot, the top of my foot. And then I cover it with a heating pad that I also bought on Amazon. I should have brought that down as well, but it's just a regular heating pad. I think it's a Sunbeam heating pad. It's like a long, narrow one. And I wrap it around my knee or my foot, and I sit there under the heat for 30 minutes. And it's a nice way, just because you can call it, I can't do anything right now because I'm tensing. So yeah, you have to get your own coffee or whatever. Jason's pretty good. He doesn't make me do anything, but Anyway, so I TENS, I put the Voltaren on, and then I wrap it in the heating pad. And, it has been working really great for the last month or so, since I started doing it. And so I don't know, my knee is feeling somewhat better now. In the winter, I kind of think the cold weather really aggravated it a lot, along with all these stairs. Now it's warming up. It's not as bad. I did a flare-up, a really bad flare-up there, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. And finally, after doing acupuncture and physiotherapy, and before that, I was just chasing Tylenol and ibuprofen around the clock. Every 4 hours I was taking either Tylenol, and then I'd flip it the next time. And now at night, I take some Tylenol PM, and that's it. And especially at night, I would get these sharp electrical pains up my leg through my knee, and my knee would just like jerk and spasm in the night. I don't get any of that anymore. So again, is it because the weather is better? Is it because I'm being mobile now because my knee is less uncomfortable? Is it because of is it the Tens or the Voltaren or the heating pad? Probably a combination of all of the above. But I was about to say, get sidetracked all the time, that finally after the physiotherapy, the acupuncture, my primary care physician said that she would do an injection of steroids in my knee. I was skeptical. I've never... You know, in the US, most of my subscribers are in the US, and maybe your experience is different, but for me, my experiences have been with primary care physicians, and I'm truly, truly sorry if I'm offending a primary care physician. You're fantastic. But just the way the system is there, and in big cities especially, probably smaller communities, the primary care physician is, does everything, and they're very good at everything. But in large cities, you go to your PCP when you want some antibiotics or UTI or whatever, things like that. And then because it's so easily accessible to a specialist. And so I was a little bit, leery about having her do it, but again, the scope of PCPs here is much wider than it is in the US because they have to do so much more because the specialists are not accessible. And so, putting all that together, it's like, okay, yeah, let's do it. So she did it. Jason was so sweet. He said, well, I'm coming with you. It's like, no, you don't need to come with me. No, I already took the day off. I'm coming with you. It's like, oh, thank you. And she did a great job. It was not very painful at all. And it did work for 2 or 3 days, but by the end of the week, it felt just as uncomfortable as it did before. So unfortunately, it did not work this time. And I'm not saying it has anything to do with the practitioner who did it. It didn't work. So anyway, I'm lucky though. I still have my Tens and my heating pad and whatever. And as I said, it's not as bad as it was in the winter. I was really, really like almost crawling up the stairs and I was a hot mess in the winter with my knee, but it is better than what it was before. And I do attribute some of it to the Tens machine, and I really, really enjoy it. And I'm so glad I got it. And I think I don't have anything else to say about that. So for an investment of $40, for me, it is well worth it. I definitely got $40 worth of treatment from this thing. And as I said, I will never be without it. I take it everywhere I go. And it'll be coming with me to Sensi Family Reunion in Charlotte, North Carolina. So excited. And yeah, so if you have any experience, Tens, leave it down below if it's working, not working. And again, this one, I'm not, promoting this. I'm not getting paid to do anything. This is just the one I chose. I picked it from Amazon. I say, okay, I'll try this one. And I've had great success with it. Now, is my success going to be your success? I can't say that either. But for me, it's been a godsend. So that's it for now. Talked longer than I thought I would about the Tens machine, but definitely a thumbs up. I'm happy I got it. I would purchase it again. And that's it. So I hope everybody has an enjoyable evening. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye.